Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video I am taking you along for a day of eating. Seriously, one of my absolute favorite things to do is eat, and I figured I would take you along with me today and show you what I eat pretty much on a normal day on a GLP-1 medication. I have been very open and honest with you about my weight loss journey. I am down 80 pounds and I am currently on 15 milligrams of Zepbound, that's tirzepatide. This is not a weight loss video. However, I just thought, why not share with you the things that I am eating? I feel like I eat pretty normally. I'm intuitive. I just listen to my body. I eat when I'm hungry. This week, I am very hungry. I don't know what is going on. I am noticing significant changes in my body. The scale has kind of stayed the same for about 2.5 weeks. However, I have really upped my exercising and weightlifting and just my regular like cardio. I'm just always on the go and my appetite has increased tremendously, but I am noticing that my clothes are fitting better. I have still gone down a pant size. So I was pretty regularly in a 14. Now I am finding myself in a 12 in pants and a large, sometimes medium top. Again, this is not a weight loss video. I just want to mention these things because, you know, I want to be honest with you. So if you are here for it, let's go ahead and get started. Before we go any further in today's video, I want to go ahead and thank our sponsor, Naked Wines. I'm out on my front porch. The sun is setting, but so very glorious. It is like 65 degrees right now. And I am excited to have just poured myself a glass of wine. Tonight we are trying Gewürztraminer. I think that's how you say that. I literally just asked Google to tell me how to say it. And I am super excited. I did already have some, as you can see. I've got my lipstick on the wine glass. So good. Sweet, fresh, crisp. I did put it in the refrigerator for about an hour, so it is nice and chilled and perfect. I've talked to you guys about Naked Wines before and I am thrilled to talk about them again. Naked Wines is a super fun wine subscription company that allows for wine to be delivered directly to your door. I love to have all of my things delivered, my groceries, my plants, and my wine. With Naked Wines, you pay $40 a month and you can order wine whenever you want. And the great thing is you can read tons of reviews and find wines in the palette that you like. I think this is a great way for you to try new wines. I am typically one who sticks with all of the same wines because I get intimidated by labels. Walking down the aisles, there's so many wine choices. So being able to read what other people love helps me make my wine choices. And if I don't like a bottle, which I haven't had yet, but if I don't like a bottle, I just let them know and they'll put a credit on my account so I can try a different one. So really there is no risk. As a member of Naked Wines, you'll also receive birthday bottles. There are monthly gifts. You can also have access to limited flavors and wines, and you're getting wine at up to 60% off the market price because you're not paying for the hidden fees like distribution or marketing. So it's a win-win. Wine to your door at a lower cost. How do you go wrong? Not to mention, it's risk-free. You can cancel it anytime. I have a link down in my description box that's going to give you $100 off your first box of wines with Naked Wines. So now is the time. Summer is approaching. It is front porch sitting, wine sipping season. Not only is it front porch sitting, but it is motorcycle riding season. So hopefully you can still hear me. But again, check out that link in the description box for $100 off your first box of wines. And thank you again to Naked Wines for sponsoring today's video. So I try to stay in a calorie deficit every single day. I use the MyFitnessPal app. I've talked about this multiple times on my channel. This is an app that is free to use. There is a premium version, so you can pay if you want to really like dial in on your macros. For me, I'm perfectly fine just using the free version. It's, you know, works out perfectly fine. And yeah, I enjoy using this app because most foods are already in it. It is a universally used app. It is so very common, and it's easy just to plug in what you're doing. It's also easy to connect with your watch. So I use an Apple Watch, and I try to track my workouts every day, and that does give me some more calories to eat. So that's nice. But I try to just stay in that calorie deficit. When you put in your information in the MyFitnessPal, you decide how much weight you're trying to lose every week. If you're trying to maintain, if you're trying to gain, if you're trying to lose, you can lose slowly, you can lose faster. I have mine set at kind of a moderate losing. It's not the highest amount, but it's definitely like not the lowest amount either, because I am still actively trying to lose weight. I would like to get down 100 pounds. So I'm 20 pounds away, and it's kind of crazy for me to think about what my eating will look like then, or what my body will look like then, because it's just so different from a year ago, you know, 80 pounds ago. But I am thankful, right? So I use the MyFitnessPal app. I have already I've already worked out today. So I'm gonna go ahead and record my screen so I can put it here and show you. I've already worked out, so I'm gonna come down here and show you. Here's my exercise. So I was on the bike for a half an hour and got 130 calories, and it says it was a leisure stroll. It was. I definitely wasn't pushing it, or I didn't have the intensity up super high. And then I also put in a body workout that I did, and they have a GLP-1 series, and I did their arms workout. It is so good. It's 20 minutes. It gets it done. I put this in myself, and if you notice here, it didn't give me any calories for that. And I don't know if that's normal. Like, I just put in that I was exercising. Whether or not, you know, that's normal, if it gives you calories or not, I don't know, but I just wanted to put in what I did. I used 10-pound weights, and I did 18 sets. It was 2 exercises that you do, 3 sets of each, and each set had 10 reps. So you end up doing 30 reps of each exercise, if that makes sense. So it's in there. Whether or not I eat those, we'll see. Today I might, because I am a hungry hippo today. Like, I am so insatiable right now, and you know, so be it. So let's go up here to the top. If you notice, the very top, the very, very top, where it says calories remaining, it says my goal. So 1760 is my daily goal for calories to ingest. And that is determined by my height, my weight, and kind of like my general body, or the general amount of movement that I do. And then if you also notice on there, it says like minus, and then your food, so how much you've already eaten, and then it has exercise. And it's given me, it's plus 131 for my bike workout this morning. I do plan to work out a second time today. Like I said, I'm actively trying to lose those last 20 pounds, so I am working out 2 times a day, most days. So I'm trying really hard. So that will increase, but we have 1,556 calories left. Now, I did put in my breakfast already, so it's kind of a breakfast, kind of just me like recovering from my workout this morning. So if you noticed under breakfast, it says Nespresso pod, which is, it says a half a pod. I don't know why it says a half a pod. We definitely did a full pod. Let's adjust this. We definitely did a whole pod. Okay, there we go. So 1 Nespresso pod, and then I did my hazelnut creamer. Now, you can definitely avoid these calories by using a sugar-free creamer. I don't, because I like it, and I gotta have balance in life. If I start to feel like I am depriving myself, I'm going to not continue on this journey. So that's one of the things that I don't take out. I don't drink it every day. Most days during the week, I've talked to you guys before, I use Motivate Burn. It is a pre-workout. All right, here it is. I use Motivate Burn. It looks like this. It is a pre-workout, and it's only what? How many calories? 0 calories? Yeah, there's no calories because it's sugar-free. And it just gives you a buttload of energy and helps you, you know, it's like a clean version of coffee, if you will. So usually during the week, I'll try to replace my coffee with that to give me that energy, but not have the calories. But it's the weekend and we're going with coffee. So there it is. I also, after my workout, I had a Premier protein shake. I've talked about these before. These are pretty well-known standard shakes, but they're 30 grams of protein and they're easy for me to drink. They taste good. We keep them in the fridge. I can grab one after my workout while I'm getting ready. So on the weekends, I take a long time to get ready in the morning. Sometimes it takes me an hour and a half to 2 hours of getting ready. That's like shower, that's like an everything shower, like I'm using my LED mask, like doing all of these things, you know, self-tanner, like all the stuff that I wouldn't do like on a Monday morning. And I'll drink one of those while I'm doing that. That way I can just fuel my body after my workout, give my body the protein it needs to start to heal those muscles that I just super worked out. I was really proud of myself today. I did the 10-pound weights like while I was rocking, you know, my bicep curls, you know, and whoo, I was feeling it, but I was really happy that I did it. So sorry, I'm just throwing my phone all around here. Hopefully I can edit that and you're not seeing it's like all sideways and crazy, but that's where I'm at. It is now 10:45 in the morning and I am, like I said, very, very hungry. And so I am going to eat something else because this is not enough for me. I feel very, very hungry. So I am gonna have some protein. I'm going to make some chili eggs. These are like my favorite breakfast in the world besides a Belgian waffle. Like I love these eggs so much. I've shown them before. I don't know if I've shown them in a video. I know that I have an Instagram reel about them. I actually just turned my daughter onto them. Now she eats them almost every day. And they're just so, so good. And they got a little kick to them and they're a little spicy and they're delicious. So we're gonna pop over to the stove. I'm gonna show you how I make these and we'll see how this goes. I don't know if I'm gonna put this in as breakfast or if I'm gonna put it in as lunch. I'm probably gonna put it in as breakfast because let's be honest, with how hungry I am, I guarantee I'm gonna be eating like a full meal again. So let's go make these eggs and I'll show you how easy they are. Okay, so I've got a small little frying pan. This is gonna be the best for me for making these eggs because I'm only gonna make 2 and I just want them to, you know, cook evenly and quickly. I'm using probably about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of avocado oil and we're gonna let that heat up. When I put my eggs in, they're not just gonna kind of go all over the place. So we're gonna let that heat up. For our chili, you can use a number of different things, but this is the chili that I use. I originally used to get this at World Market. I now just order it on Amazon, so I'll link it for you down below. But this is the Lauganma, I think that's how you say it, Lauganma Spicy Chili Crisp. Looks like this. And you guys, it is spicy, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you are not a big spicy person, don't put a lot. My daughter is not a big spicy person. And, you know, she just uses a tiny little bit. I'm definitely like a medium spicy person. Like I like a little bit of spice, but I don't want my mouth to like hurt. I don't want it to physically hurt my body. Does that make sense? Because I think if you know what I'm talking about, there are some hot sauces that will physically make your mouth burn and they burn for like ever. And I don't want that. I just want the flavor. So I'm literally just gonna coat the bottom of my pan, like hardly anything at all. It's very, very minimal. And I can tell that my pan is getting nice and hot because I heard it sizzle when I put my chili oil in. So I'm gonna move this camera angle a little bit better so you can see the eggs going in. So for today, I'm only going to use 2 eggs where, you know, a lot of mornings I will have, most of the time when I make this, I'll have 3 eggs, but because I already had that protein shake and the coffee, I don't wanna overdo it. So we're just gonna pop those in and we're not going to be turning our egg today. So if you want, you can flip this over. We are not gonna be flipping this egg today, so I'll show you what we're gonna do. We're also gonna be using feta crumbles. Feta is what's going to take this to the next level. It is so good, okay? I'm just gonna kind of eyeball my feta. You can measure this out if you want to. Let's see, serving size is 1 ounce, which is a lot. And it's 70 calories. So I would say we're probably gonna use like, I don't know, that much. I don't know how much you would say that is, but it's not a ton. Maybe like a tablespoon or so. I'm gonna drop the temperature down just a tiny bit. We're gonna put it like down to like low medium, and I'm gonna put the lid on, and we're gonna let this, I'm actually gonna turn this down to low because it seems a little hot today. We're gonna put that lid on, and we're going to let this kind of steam up. The goal that we're going for here is to have like a nice runny egg, but we want all of our whites cooked. We want our cheese melted, and we want the yolk to just firm up a little. So we're gonna let this sit for probably a good minute and a half. And you wanna watch it. Don't walk away. It cooks fast, and you don't wanna overcook it because there's nothing worse than having your egg like fully cooked. We're about a minute in, and you can see that like all of our cheese is melting. We're just gonna let this cook a little bit longer because I want that yolk to kind of set up just a little bit more. Okay, so here's where we're at. We're about a minute and a half in, and we're looking pretty good. Yep. These are looking great. I like to kind of drizzle the leftover of the chili oil on top. There we go. Those look incredible. You can eat this with a piece of toast if you want, but I'm just gonna eat these as they are so that I don't add any extra calories. I like my egg nice and drippy. So there we go. That is perfect. Okay, I changed my mind. I added a piece of toast. I'm just so freaking hungry, you guys. Listen to your body, okay? Just listen to your body. And if I end up going above my calorie, allotment, I'll just work out or just call it a day because I am hungry. So I'm gonna come in here to my FitnessPal app, and I'm gonna add in my breakfast. So we're gonna do 2 eggs. I might have accidentally just put in 3, so we'll have to change that. Okay, so yeah, take that one out. And then we're also going to add chili oil, and I would say we used like, I don't know, 1/4 of a gram. We used like nothing. We're gonna add that in. Did we add it? We did. And then we're gonna add in feta crumbles. Feta crumbles. I would say about 1/2 ounce makes sense. And then we're also gonna add in our bread. So for the bread, I use, what is that stuff called? Artisan bread? Artisano. I think it's Artisano bread. Yeah, there we go, 1 slice. 1 slice is 110 calories. There we go. So it's a lot. Okay, 646 calories for our breakfast. That is a lot. However, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is probably going to satiate me for a very long time, and I may or may not eat like a full-blown lunch. I may just eat like a snacky lunch, like fruit and nuts and maybe a little bit of cheese, and then dinner. So we'll see. But I'm hungry and I'm gonna listen to my body. Let's also see how much I actually eat. Okay, it's been a little over an hour. I've been editing. This is what I ate. So didn't eat the whole thing, but for the most part, it was delicious. I just got full. And now I'm craving something sweet. This happens to me all the time. So it's that time of the month for me, and, or like it would be. I had a hysterectomy last year, May, so I don't get a time of the month anymore, but my body still has the hormones, I still have my ovaries, all that good stuff. This is so much information, but here we are. This is kind of where we're at. I've talked about this on my channel before, so it's not something new. Long story short, I'm craving something sweet. So I'm gonna have an apple because that is crispy and juicy and sweet, and this fills that sweet craving for me. I'm also going to eat my vitamins. So I've got my Groons that I eat every day, and these are delicious and sweet and chewy, so they're kind of like having some candy. I also take my Ritual Hyacera. This is a daily hyaluronic acid supplement that I take, and it is like vanilla flavored and delicious. And then I also take a probiotic. So I take this just to keep everything healthy. So I'm gonna take all my vitamins because I try to do it, you know, when I'm eating or after I've eaten, so that way there's no like problems with my tummy. This is all the vitamin that I need. I also will probably take a greens drink later just to make sure that I'm getting in enough, because I haven't really eaten like vegetables yet today. I like vegetables. I just don't always eat them. I also am drinking ice water. I flavor my water with Mio. This is 0-calorie water flavoring. This is not a caffeinated one. This is the berry pomegranate. This one is my absolute favorite. I drink it all the time. You guys can hear the dryer going, sorry. So I'm gonna take these back to my desk, go finish editing so I can get that video submitted for approval. And I don't know if I'm gonna eat lunch today. We will see. I will, like I said, I'll definitely snack on something. I don't know if it's gonna be like a whole meal, but I am full. I will need to document these. And grab my phone. Okay, grabbed my phone, and let's record my screen again. Scoot on over here. So we're gonna go in and add in a snack. We're gonna add in an apple, Honey Crisp. I would say it's a medium size. And then we're also gonna add in Groons gummy pack. There we go. And that's where we're at. So I've got our snacks on there, and we're still at 1,115 calories left. So we're still doing good. And that's going to fill me up for a while. So like I said, we'll see if I'll probably have a snack. I've got a nail appointment today at 4. I've got to leave here around like 3:25. And I'll probably have a snack like right before I go. Probably have like some almonds, maybe some cheese. And at work, I have these Kind bars. They're like miniature Kind bars with dark chocolate, and they're so yummy. I don't have any here at home though. I need to order some because they're so good, but I eat them at work. I have them as a snack. So that's, what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go finish editing this video and get that submitted, do some filming, and I'll check back in with you when I eat next. Okay, so it's about 3:45 and I'm finally hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a little snacky lunch. So first and foremost, I grabbed an Oikos Pro. This is their protein yogurt. If you guys have never had these, I would highly recommend trying these out. This is the strawberry, but I also have the vanilla. I really like both. And when I'm at work, I will mix in protein granola. And yeah, sorry, that's my phone. So we're gonna start off with that. That is 20 grams of protein, so that's great. And then we're also going to have a little bit of lunch meat. So this is the Oscar Mayer oven roasted turkey breast lunch meat. This stuff is so low in calorie, I just discovered. Honestly, I've never looked but it's only 50 calories for an ounce. And that's like 1/8 of the package. And I'm only gonna do about a half of that. So that's like 25 calories. Fantastic, but how much protein? So it's like 5 grams of protein. So not a whole lot, but that's fine. We're also gonna do almonds. So these were in my bag, my purse. So I'm gonna count out 15, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. I always think it's so funny. I put all this food on my plate like I'm gonna eat it all, but we'll see. And then last but not least, we're gonna have a cheese stick. Just a good old fashioned skim mozzarella our part skim mozzarella cheese stick. You guys, I love these. They are salty and delicious and such an easy snack. They're not like super low in calorie. They're somewhere around like 85 calories. So they're not like crazy low, but you know. So here is my super grown up snack plate. And this will keep me full until dinner. So we are all home tonight. So we'll eat dinner a little bit later. When we have something to do in the evening, we'll eat dinner like earlier, but because we're all home tonight, we can do dinner a little bit later. I don't know what I'm choking on. I am still nursing my coffee from this morning, but I've already counted the calories, so I'm gonna finish it. And I just refilled my water. And like I said, I used that Mio water flavoring. So that's what I'm currently drinking. That's why I was nursing the water, or nursing the coffee, because I was drinking my water. So gonna go ahead and eat this snack now, and let's take a look. I put it all in my MyFitnessPal. So here it is, totals out to 516 calories for 15 almonds. I know it says 10 there, but I did 1.5. And 1 string cheese, some oven roasted turkey breast, and the Oikos. So that's how we're doing. And because I don't pay for the premium, it's not gonna add up everything for me. It's not gonna tell me like my macros. I have to figure that out on my own. And I'm gonna do that real quick because I'm curious where I'm at with protein. So once I eat this, that puts me at 113.4 grams of protein. That is excellent. Definitely wanna try to hit 100 or more grams of protein every day, and that still is not including dinner. And I still have 600 calories left for dinner. So I'm gonna eat this and feel super strong. I'm trying to build muscle, so we gotta eat our protein, and I'll check back in with you for dinner. Okay, so I'm back for dinner now. It is 7:30, and I actually already ate because I completely forgot that I was filming this video. So I'm just gonna tell you about dinner tonight. So we did pot roast, and I just did a pot roast from Walmart. I do these probably like once a month. It comes with the meat, and it comes with large potatoes that look like this, and an onion, carrot, some celery. I tossed in some extra of the little baby red potatoes so that it would provide enough food for everybody. Let me go ahead and pull up my MyFitnessPal app, and I will show you my dinner. So here's what I put in. So I ate very little of the meat because I am feeling very proteined out. And as you see here, it says I hit my protein goal for the day. Yay. And I definitely did. I am feeling proteined out. Like sometimes I feel like protein can be hard to digest, and I feel like I've had a lot of protein today. I had a little bit of baby potatoes. This says 4 to 5 baby potatoes. I didn't even have that. I probably had 3. And I think I had like 4 carrots. So I really didn't eat a ton. I was not very hungry. I do have 333 calories remaining, but remember, I did not want to eat what I worked out. I wanted to make sure that I had that calorie deficit. So that's a significant calorie deficit, which means your girl can have some dessert. So I recently picked up some Hershey Kisses because I am a chocoholic. I absolutely love chocolate. You can have one after you eat your dinner. Okay, so for 7 pieces of chocolate, okay, that is a ton of chocolate. I usually have like 2, sometimes 3. But for 7 of them, it's 160 calories. That is it. That is it. And I have 330 calories left. So that means that I could have 7 of these and still be below my calorie. And I'm gonna go work out again. I'm gonna go work out now. So super amazing. I think these are perfect to have if you're a big chocolate fan like I am. Have these in your house so that way, you know, when the craving comes, you can just have a chocolate and you don't have to eat, you know, an entire chocolate bar. Although this is really what I would rather be having, the peanut butter blossoms. The other thing that I am going to have tonight are some greens because I did not eat enough vegetables today. I I think the only vegetables I had were carrots and potatoes tonight. Oh, I had some of that onion, but I really did not eat vegetables today, and primarily because I need to go grocery shopping, so I really didn't have any. I should have had like some kind of vegetable with lunch today with my little snack plate. That would have been better. I just didn't have any because I need to grocery shop. So I am going to have some greens. These are by Motivate, same people as the Burn I was talking to you about earlier. This is a tangerine flavor, and it's really, really yummy. And this gives you your full serving, right, Danny? Yep. So that will take care of that, and I don't have to feel guilty tonight. So Danny usually drinks these, but I am going to have some tonight because I really, really need it. So, and just so you know, I do have a coupon code with Motivate. Tiffany20 will get you 20% off your whole order. So I'll have that linked for you down below, but it's Motive8 with the number 8. And these are really, really good. And Danny swears by them. They keep him regular. And I'm typically pretty decent with vegetables, but when I have days like today where I don't really have any, I have to supplement. So gonna do that. And that is gonna do it for this What I Eat in a Day vlog. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. This is realistic. This is literally how I eat. I don't typically make a separate dinner from what the rest of my family is eating. Usually what ends up happening is I just eat less of it than everybody else typically. I'm usually not very hungry. That's the joy of being on a GLP-1 is I can eat within my calories and feel satiated and not like, you know, I'm craving more and needing more, and I feel really good. So I'm gonna go put on my workout clothes. I'm gonna go do my WalkFit app because I need to get more steps today. I did a lot of computer work today. I was sitting there editing a lot, and so I definitely need to get some steps in. And then I'm gonna take a bath because I recently got a new book in, and I wanna go sit in the tub and read. So that's what I'm gonna do. I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along with me today. Make sure you're subscribed if you are not already. I would love to do more videos like this when I'm a full-time content creator here coming up in mid-June. I would love to do more videos like this because it's fun when I'm home to just be able to pop on the camera. So hopefully you got some motivation in today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.